The autumn wind is a pirate.
Welcome, Raider Nation, to the Raider Nation podcast. I'm your host, Raider Greg. Yet the schedule came out, and there's a few other things that are popping around the Raiders. And, we got OTAs, we have training camp soon to happen, and there's some excitement in the air. We're going to talk about that today on this show, 686.
Raider Nation podcast, keeping alive. Raider Greg since 05, we continue to thrive. By the fans, for the fans, commercial free flow. Raiders are back, baby, let the world know.
All right, Raider Nation, on today's show, we will have Fernando or no. We're going to talk about who will be the starting quarterback and why, and if we'll even know. I hope we will. Long story short, we'll see who starts this season. And speaking of the season, we're going to talk about the schedule. I'll hit on that a little bit, but we got a new coaching staff, a new system. It's going to be real different. So we'll talk about that as well. We got the Boneline, and we want you to call in to the Boneline, even if you're shy, especially if you're shy. Get yourself a Boneline name, Raider, whatever. You can call yourself whatever you want, but you have to be a Raider. Well, you really don't, because we really want we want the opposing fans to call in once in a blue moon. All that on this show, we'll see that right now.
From the path to the glory, from the black hole to the desert sand, held it down when they didn't understand. Now the Jets fueled up for the new campaign. Wash away the doubt, let it pour like rain. Raiders are back and we bossing. Silver and black on the carpet. Greg in the booth since the 05. Real fans, we don't do the talking. Commercial free, keep authentic. Oakland to Vegas, we winning. Worldwide nation, we global. New season energy, we different, yeah. Podcast King Greg, hold the scepter. Longest run, nobody could check us. New chance to ball, new chance to flex. We don't want fame, we just want the respect. The autumn wind blowing.
All right, big topic of this season is Fernando or no. Are they going to start Fernando or Cousins? I think it should be fairly obvious by the first game of the year. If Fernando is even equal to Cousins, the team will see that he needs to start because he needs time. He needs games. Even though he's played 36 games of college football, that's a lot. Not only 36 games, but he beat the Big Ten, Pennsylvania, Penn State. He went, he is 16-0. I know it takes more than one guy, but this is this guy. This is our guy. And that's a lot of games. And they're important games, high-pressure games. So what I'm saying is, with the coaching staff we have, with the schemes that it'll be, and with our new offensive line guru in place, our new center who'll be able to call out protections, it could be, I say, time for Fernando to face the Miami Dolphins on the first game of the season. I just don't think it's a stretch. A lot of gossip about how he should sit behind. If he should, then he will. But the team is going to know who should play. They're going to know. And if you're a new coach, that's the last thing you want, is to make a decision that the team, says, no, we're going to win with this guy. That's not a good way to start, and I don't think Kubiak will do that. So I think Fernando will start the first game of the season because the first 4 games are a challenge. The first game will be, but the first 4 after that, That'll be a challenge. But that's why he's here. He's here to learn this year. If he doesn't win the game, well, he doesn't win the game. The whole thing is we have to have the offensive line to protect this kid. And if we can't, then, there's another aspect. Send Cousins out there because the Falcons are paying him. We're paying him a little bit, I think $10 million. The Falcons are paying everything else. So Cousins wants to prove that he's still really good. So I'll say this, I'd love to see Fernando start. But if Cousins comes in and he's that Cousins we know can be Cousins, it's the battle of the geeks. It's the battle of the geeks, which I think is funny, but it's true. But which other quarterback makes it happen best? Let's just have that one, because I do believe this year will be a turnaround year. And this is where it starts. It starts with the quarterback, because I truly believe the rest of the team is really going to solidify quickly, really quickly, especially the defense. So I think Mendoza has a good chance, but it's going to be the best man that starts this season. And it might not end up that way because at the bye, I think that's the 13th game, 13th week. We might see him after that. It just depends on if we'll win or not. And I think we will win more, and it'll be way more entertaining just because of the staff and the scheme. It's going to be exciting football, man. I can hardly wait. And that is all I have to say about that.
And black, the shield is the legacy. Raider Greg, the OG speaks.
All right, the 2026 Las Vegas Raiders schedule is perfect, I think. We play every 7 days. We play every Sunday. It's no prime time, which to me, I don't know how you feel, but I got sick of watching us getting thumped by other teams on prime time. It was just embarrassing, and it just doesn't make us look like anything because we played so horribly. That's one thing. And the second thing is, I'm glad the players see that they're disrespected. I think this is a good thing that they see that the network is not giving them hope. I think this is a good tool for the coach and good inspiration to get some games swung into prime time during this season. They say it's a hard schedule. Well, our schedule is always hard. We play the Broncos twice, the Chiefs, and the Chargeless Chargers all 2 times a year. We got a tough division, and that's the way it is. We also play these teams. We play the Bills, the Seahawks, and the Rams. Also, brutal matchups for us. But this is a new coaching staff. We have a new team. We have a great defense. I think we have probably the best linebackers in our division. So I just see that there's so many possibilities. And our offensive line coach, the way that is, the way we kept good players that really got no training last year. I believe our offensive line is going to make a huge step forward, especially with our center, Lindenbaum. It's going to be insane. And be ready for this because it's crazy. Our schedule is crazy anyway. Look, we play the Texans, we play the San Francisco 49ers, and we play the Cardinals. And when the Cardinals and Niners, we play in the regular season. I don't even know what to make of that. Plus, preseason to me is kind of a popcorn fart. There's not much to it. So we'll see some rookies trying to get into this team. Doesn't mean they're going to make it because that's not proven true in the past. It's just going to be different games, different players. They're just going to look at people. But when we start this season with our first game against the Fish, that's a winnable game. The Fish did not do well last year, neither did we, but they were right there. They lost a lot of players, lost a coach also. They're in transition way more than we are. And I believe this is a winnable game. But then again, you know how it goes. When you're a Raider fan, that's all I got to say. That's it. Raiders against Miami at home. It's a great game also to start our new offense. And whoever is quarterback is going to get their first start right there in Las Vegas. A home opener game at home should be blacked out completely. Completely. I mean, the Fish might travel there, but man, it's a long swim, if you know what I mean. This stadium should be rocking silver and black all through it on this starting game, just to start this team out on the right foot. I would be excited to go to this game. I don't think you can get tickets. I think it'll be crazy. That's what I feel about this first game. Then we're traveling to see Harbaugh and his precious chargeless, nutless, boltless Chargers that are in LA, and we have a trouble there. I don't understand it. Maybe it's the Cosmos. I don't know. But this will be a hard game. A, it's a division game. B, they're getting better because this is like the third year of Harbaugh, I believe. He's building this team the way he needs to. They're getting big up front, a lot of protection. They got a good running game, and their defense has really stepped up. This is going to be a tough game, but it's a division game, man. We got to step up or shut up. This is where the Raiders got to get their meat, because the only way we're going to the playoffs really is to just beat all these teams on our division. And that's what we have to do. And why not start now? Although, you know, it'll be a tough game. But not saying we can't win, but the Chargers will be a hard team to beat. That could be an L. Man, I wish not. But, like I said, we're developing. They're not. Then we travel to the Saints, which I think is a total winnable game. But then it's freaky there in New Orleans, because it could be one of those games. Well, you don't know if Rattler's going to be their quarterback or this other newcomer from last year. We're not sure. But I'll tell you this, our defense should be way improved. And I believe our offense can put some points on the board. I think this is a win for us as well. Even though it's away, you know, this is what we got to do, man. We got to learn how to win away and at home. And this new coaching staff's going to help us get there. I'm sure of it. Now, week 4, the Kansas City Chiefs show up at Allegiant Stadium. Yes, the putrid condiments. Yes, the ketchup red, the mustard white, and the yellow mustard. That's right. The condiments are coming in, and they may bring a bunch of people because this might be Mahomes' first game back. It may not be. They say he's going to be ready. I don't think he will be, but I think he'll be back by this game. So we'll welcome him. Max Crosby will chase him all over the field. And I truly believe this could be a W, especially if we black out the place. But even if we don't, there is really not a better feeling there at Allegiant than seeing the walk of shame of the other team that comes and thinks they're going to grab a victory, and they don't. Best thing ever. That's the best thing ever as they're walking out and you're heckling them all the way out the whole place. Beautiful. Then we get in the plane. We head to Gillette Stadium. Yes, Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots still are. Yes, they're defending AFC champions. Wow. And their coach has been in some hot water, as we all know. got his hand caught in the cookie jar. That happens sometimes, and he's paying the price, but he's still there. That's their guy, and he really has done a great job with that team and continues to build it. And I believe they're going to be formidable. Also, not an easy game for us to win. And I don't know, anybody who says they know that we're going to win or lose any of these games, I mean, you might have a little idea here and there, but you can't tell because we don't know who we are. We haven't seen us. We don't know what team's going to show up. I know it's going to be good. You do too. We just don't know. But I can hardly wait. And I know you can't either. But I think this will be a tough game in New England for real. And then the brand new Buffalo Bills show up there at Allegiant Stadium. And they have a new offensive-minded coach. I think things have changed a little bit. Their defense is still very formidable. Tough team, very hard. This will be a tough game. Hopefully we'll make a game of it. I think we will. And like I say, who says who's going to win? Who knows? By week 6, we might be clicking on all cylinders too. I'm telling you, we're going to get a flex. I totally think we'll get a flex game because we'll be playing so much better. And that would be thanks to the coach and the players in this team this year. Yes, and then the Los Angeles Lambs come to Allegiant Stadium, and it's no joke. They are a formidable football team. Nearly went to the Super Bowl last year, if not for the Seahawks. But, yeah, I think this is going to be a very tough outing. A lot of lessons to learn. McVay, though, he's mad scientist. We'll see what happens. They've improved even from last year. Stafford's an animal. He can put the ball any place on the field. Our defense must be really improved to win this game. But like I said, we don't know who we are yet. We'll see by this time of the season. And who knows if this is a win or a loss. Depends on how we're playing. And exciting, say the least. Then we travel. We travel to New York, MetLife Stadium, Week 8. That's right. That's November 1st. It might be a bit chilly. A lot of talk about the Raiders being a fair weather team. Whatever. They got to play. And they'll play. They'll go to New York. I think this is a winnable game. I think we have better players than they do. And I think our scheme will be better. I look at this at very possibly win this game. And I say that in all honesty because we used to be these guys. We'll see. But I think we got a W here. And who knows? Now, there is no way to understate this football game in San Francisco. Wait. No, it's in Santa Clara. Far from San Francisco. Yeah. At Levi Stadium, which if you're used to Allegiant, you'll be, very disappointed when you go to this place. However, this rivalry here was brutal when we were there in the Bay. And the Niners now, their slogan, faithful to the Bay. Oh, please, give me a break. It's going to be a ruckus. It's going to be a security nightmare. It'll be the Raiders are showing up. They're going to pay the money. They're going to be in the house. Who knows what the 49ers are going to be like this year. Usually they're very good. Shannon Rat, son of Rat, does a great job. And no doubt that they'll be contenders. But this is a special game that I just think could go any direction because it's going to get crazy in Santa Clara. November 15th, the Seahawks fly south to Las Vegas. Allegiant Stadium, they always travel very well. They fill that place up. So I just say if the Raiders are winning and they look good and they're competitive, I think the Raiders fans are going to come back, start buying those seats and sitting in them if they own those seats. That's very true because this is kind of a rematch. the sensei, which would be Clint Kubiak, will see again the young master from his old team, and we will see what happens. I don't think the Seahawks are changed very much. I think they probably got a little better, and it's going to be a real tough matchup, but I think we got an inside man that can tell you how their offense works. And if that's the case, our defense should be awesome, and it would be a tough day for the Blue Eagles, or whatever you want to call them. The Seahawks is what I call them. Week 11, we travel to the hose. You know what it is. We go into the hose house. That's right. Raiders traveling to the Bronco Hose, Empower Field at Mile High, November 22nd. Big game. Could be cold, could be nice. I mean, Denver's had crazy weather. Could be raining. Who knows? But, Bo Nix had his ankle surgery, but he didn't even look like he was hurt. I think he's going to come back and be a phenom again. Of course, by week 11, he'll be rolling. And tough game. Their defense is very tough, and their offense is pretty good. So this will be a big challenge for us. One division game, man. We got to learn how to win these guys. Beat them down, and there's no time like the present. Let's see how we play against the Hose. I would love to beat them in their house. It would be an epic victory just to see Sean Payton losing his mind on all of his coaches and his subordinates. What a beautiful moment that would be. Let's just hope it happens. November 29th, the Raiders traveled to Huntington Bank Field to play the vaunted Cleveland Browns. And it's funny, but not funny.
Funny how?
Every time we're supposed to beat the Browns, we get beat by the Browns. So I'm not going to say nothing about this team. They're going through changes as well. They've been going through changes a long time, like us. So, man, this game could be tough, though. They got a very good team. But we shall see who plays, who their quarterback is. A lot of drama there in Ohio. But we could steal this game. Like any other, it's a 50-50 shot, depending on what team shows up and depending on what team is there. Now, week 13, I think, is the perfect time for a bye, especially if we're doing well and we got some progress and we're going along, got some injuries. It's a great time to heal up, the final push to get maybe 8 wins, maybe 9 wins. Who's to say? Because it's a new team, a new staff. I mean, everything's absolutely different, but it's a good staff. They're great teachers, man. I'm so excited about this season. I can hardly tell you. Then, of course, the vaunted nutless, boatless Chargers. Chargers travel to Allegiant Stadium, where we've beat them before. I think if we're doing well, again, the house will be full of fans. See, a silver and black will fill up. Keep that powder blue out of my stadium, boys. I'm telling you right now, we don't want it. We don't need it. And hopefully we'll be competitive enough to at least send them home to the ice bath, if you know what I'm saying. And then our next game, which is just so lovely because another division rival at the next game, that's a lot of energy to put out. But I don't care. Denver beat us last time they were home at our house. We got to send them packing with an L. I mean, this has got to be a blood and guts game. The team's got to remember last season. Everybody else does. I do. I cannot stand the Hose. Never could. Never will. The Hose, no. They're going down. They're going down in Las Vegas. I think this should be a great game because at week 15, we might be able to knock them out of the playoffs. You just never know. So it could be a very important game for them. And us. Who knows? Like I said, if we're playing as good as I think we can, it could be dangerous for the Hose. And I would just love seeing Sean Payton losing his mind on the sideline. There's just nothing like it. And next, the Tennessee Titans travel to Allegiant Stadium, They're in Las Vegas, and last time I saw the Titans play our home, we beat them silly. But that was a very long time ago with the AFC Championship game. Tennessee Titans are changing. Could be a good team, may not be. They're another team in transition. It could be a victory for us if we're cracking on all four cylinders. I think this could be a win for us at home. But like I said, you never know until the fat lady sings. And Week 16, I mean, who knows where they're going to be. So we'll get a good size and a good view on both these teams. I say this is a W for us, but who knows? And then Sunday, January 3rd, Arizona Cardinals, State Farm Stadium. The Raiders travel just a couple blocks away to Arizona, where they'll meet up with the Cardinals and their new team. Also, a team in transition that, we got a real good possibility of getting the W on this team as well. And Week 17, who knows where they're going to be? I think we're going to be in a position to beat them. But, I'm not sure. Nobody knows because we don't even know who we are yet. And then at Jiha Field at Sparrowhead. That's right. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Condiments, the Raiders are traveling to their house on a to-be-determined game, so it could swing into pride time. I'm sure it could, especially if we're playing better, and especially if we beat them the first time, which would be an awesome way for our season to be completed. Now, at that last game, let me just say this. I would love for us to get into the wild card. That would be awesome for the first-year coach and the team. But even if we don't, if we get 8 wins, I would be a happy man because they would be competitive wins, not, lucky. We're talking about a team developing, and we'll see the improvement in all sides of this team. It's going to be an exciting year. I'm telling you right now, all the other teams in our division better take notice because the worm has turned, man. The Raiders are coming back, and it's going to be exactly how we wanted it to be for the last 25 seasons. It's time for the Raider Nation and the Raiders to take their place in the championship. I'm just here to tell you.
It's about damn time.
It's coming, folks. All right, it's time for the Boneline.
Okay, Raider fans, here we go. The Boneline.
7755 Raider. 7755 Raider.
Throw the nation a bone. Throw me a bone. Get on there and throw your bones. If you don't like your first recording, do it 2, 3, 5 times. I don't care. We'll pick out the best one. Don't be shy. How could you be shy? You're a Raider fan. No, we're all loud and proud. Get on the Boneline because we got some guys shouting it out right here. We got some great takes, and here they are. From the nation to your station.
All right, it's time for the Boneline, and you guys got to get on out there. Pick up that phone, get your Raider name set up, and let it rip. Oh, there goes. The dogs let it rip right now. Get your Raider name. Get on the Boneline, and tell us what you're thinking, because I know there's a lot of fans out there that, they want to share their opinion. And again, this is Raider Nation Podcast, original from 2005. Raider Greg and Randy getting it done. Fan for the fans. That's about it. That's how it rolls. We're not fancy, but we don't think we have to be because we're all brothers and sisters of the Raider Nation. And trust me, it's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing when you have a husband that's one team and a wife's another team. And pretty soon the husband's a Raider fan, the wife is another fan. And pretty soon she's like, I really like the Raiders. That's how it happens, man. It happens just like that. Before you know it, you're in. You're in deep. But it's a good season to be in deep, man, because I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy. And this bone line's going to be popping. So let's get this bone line going, because it's the best part of this damn show. And our first caller is the Raider Disciple at OC. What's up, my good brother?
Greetings, Raider Nation. Randy, Greg, and the Prez. This is the Raider Disciple out here in beautiful OC, where we have about a 70-degree day. Wrapping up the draft, I'd like to say welcome to all the prospects that we picked up. Very impressed with some of these young men, especially our new QB, a.k.a. the Cuban Missile Crisis is what I call him. I think we're on the right track. We're going to look back on 2026 and say this is probably the draft in the offseason that kind of pivoted us to start turning things around. But as we usher in the new prospects, I also like to say condolences to two past Raiders, true Raiders, the passing of Barrett Robbins, which was our center in our last Super Bowl appearance. We know what happened with him, but he's still a Raider. Once a Raider, always a Raider. And also the late great Rod Martin, linebacker, had 3 interceptions against the Eagles in the Super Bowl and the Superdome. I can't remember the year, but they will be missed. And those guys were true Raiders. I'm looking forward for the season. I'm sure we'll take a deep dive into our new guys that we picked up. Very impressed with a few of them. But hey, go Raiders! Let's dig in. Bye for now.
We have a phenomenal foundation from this last draft class. And there's a lot of contributors right away. We got a lot of good trades. I mean, our team looks like it's been put together with some sound minds and with a good plan. It's going to be an outstanding season and a perfect time for this season, the team to turn around. I am so pumped up for this season, man. You know it, and you know how cautious I can be. I am really jacked about this coaching staff and the team, the draft. I mean, it just seems like it's fallen together cautiously too well, but very well indeed. And our next caller from Delano, California, the Valley Raider. What's up, brother?
Raider Greg, Raider Randy. This is the Valley Raider calling from Delano, California. Been on a little hiatus. Haven't called in a couple of years, to be honest. Seen some bad times coming, so maybe that's why I kind of seen the forest for the trees. But yeah, glad to see you're back. And I'm just calling to get one thing off my chest. Fuck Mike Florio. Go Raiders.
Well, that's why I like to call him Mike Flory Hole. Because he's just a hole. He's like that starfish on the back of your cat. He's an interesting hater. For sure, he's never given us the benefit of the doubt at any point. And though he's also one of those guys that'll turn and be like, I already knew. I always knew the Raiders would get better. He's slithery and slimy and greasy, but, he's Mike Flory Hole. So that's about all I can say about him. And our next caller needs no introduction, however. He gets one because he is the Prez. And the Prez is in the house. What's up, my friend?
So says the Prez, words of wisdom. The silver and black blood flows thick through the grid. We built this empire brick by heavy brick. The
Raider Greg, Raider Randy, and the Raider Nation. This is the Prez. We have the schedule release coming up today. Yes, there are a few leaks, but the one that I am very stoked about is the Bay Area return of the Raiders since we left Oakland. Oh my God. I can just feel that sensation when I go to the Bay Area and I know there's a Raiders game that weekend and I get a chance to get that feeling. Now, I was down there for the draft and everybody flocked to the Las Vegas, and I probably should have went to that though. But there was a bit of nostalgia there. I went to a couple places and wasn't jumping. It was a Thursday, and like I said, everybody and their mom went to the Las Vegas draft for our number one pick, which I probably should have went, but I was in the Bay. But this is going to be a little different though. Yes, I can go back to that moment in time when, oh man, I just check in my place in Alameda. I sit back and watch ESPN, find something to get into Fridays. Sunday, there's a tailgate. Quite like Oakland, but it's the next best thing. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Love it. So we'll get that schedule release. Hopefully the Raiders will do good. Everybody's excited. Let's start making those plans. Let's start getting together. And hopefully it's a reasonable time because what they did, because that's a very primetime game. And it's a very well perceived, long awaited game, so that'd be cool. But I hope it's not like too late in the season, just right when everybody's still enthused, and most importantly, we're doing good. So, Raider Nation, just dropping a line, throwing those bones. Y'all hold on. We're 2.5 months away for the preseason. How about that for a noggin? Y'all take care. So says the Prez. Raiders. See you in the Bay, baby, because I'm coming.
I know you were coming. I knew you were coming as soon as I saw it. You know you're coming home. Yeah, you know, for those who have not been to Oakland when they were playing here, that's a shame because it was magical. And all the bars and clubs that were Raider hangouts were just popping. Fun. Gorilla, you know, all the super fans were hanging out. Super fun. This is going to be the next best thing because, man, it's been a long time since the Raiders and the Niners battled it out. And like I said, man, you got to be careful there. Security is going to be to the max because they already know. They already know that it's going to be some clashing going on. But I knew you were going to go to the game, man. It's going to be exciting. And I think we're going to be so much better. You're going to have a much better time because we're going to be competitive. And, man, if we win, woo, it's going to get crazy in those Levi's at that stadium, my brother. And our next caller is the Prez. Again, you know him. He's talking about schedule, though. What do you got to say for us, brother?
Okay, Raider Nation, this is the Prez again. This is the second call. What the hell, man? Not one primetime game? Really? Wow. Well, I guess that's what happens when, well, I'm not going to make no excuses for that. We're not the only ones think it out. I've never heard of not at least having a game for the Rook. So maybe it's confirmed as Kirk Cousins. Who knows? But kind of a puzzling right there. I mean, I think I've seen that happen when I was president. I think I do recall one time we didn't get a preseason game. I'm sorry, a primetime game at all. And then we did a little bit better, and then they turned around and gave us a couple or not, though. But one would think with the number one overall draft pick, not one game, damn, wow. But that's how it goes. There's always something very interesting. And hopefully you've seen the schedule and you like what you see. Week 3 in New Orleans, that's pretty cool. I was hoping for the Niners Bay game to be a little bit more sooner, but I also see that we have them in Vegas for a preseason game, and so that's normally my birthday. Present, I always treat myself. My birthday's in August. So yeah, everybody's excited, but it all comes down to let's see how it rolls out. So we got to earn our stripes and earn our respects. So I understand that part right there. But I was at least expecting 1 or 2 prime games. But I have a Super Box, so I don't have to worry about that, knock on wood, unless we're gone and then I'm not at home. So then I have to either catch the highlights or listen to the radio station that Raider Randy was so gracious to hit me to. So that's my little whatever. Y'all enjoy yourself and get ready, and let's see how it unfolds. It's right around the corner. Raiders. Have a good night.
Yeah, well, I understand it. We weren't worth watching 3 wins last year, and all the ones that we won were calamitous already. Kind of a clown show of a season, so we didn't earn a place. And that's okay. Maybe it's going to let our guys have a little more moxie and want to come and earn it for next season where we get some primetime games. Or they're going to flex them. If we're starting to play good, they'll flex us toward the end of the season into the primetime slot because it'll be worthwhile. So I feel you, man. I totally feel you, but it's all good. It's just inspiration to do better, and any team can use that. And our next caller is Raider Sid, a.k.a. the Desert Raider. What do you got for us, brother?
What up, Raider Randy, Raider Greg, Raider Nation? This is Raider Sid, the Desert Raider. All right, man. Here we go. The schedule's out. I know a lot of people complain that we got ripped off and got disrespected and all that bullshit. And yeah, we did get disrespected, but you know what? You fucking have to earn that shit. So, all you players and you coaching staff and the front office, you have to earn it. Get out there and be competitive and win some fucking games. You don't have to get in the playoffs, although we'd fucking love that. But get out there and play. Win some friggin' games. Go out there and kick ass. And, whether Fernando starts week 1 or week 13 or doesn't start at all, we have to win in order to get better scheduling. All right? So I'm looking forward to this team, man. I got my tickets to the Niners game up in Levi Stadium. Holy shit, they're expensive. Crap. And I'm hoping I can go to the Saints game as well. So let's go, Raider Nation. Let's fucking go. This is a big year for us. We may not win it all. We may not even get into the playoffs, but we have to be competitive, and we've got to make people hurt. All right? All right, Raider Nation, this is Raider Sid, the Desert Raider. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think we deserve any games either, but I think we'll be good enough to have them flex a few games, especially our division games. And, we're playing the Bills, we're playing the Rams. I mean, any one of those games could be flexed. The Niner game that you're going to is going to be brutal. You've probably been before, but, it's a hated rivalry, man. I was in the stands in Oakland last time. We beat them bad. So I hope we can do that again for your sake, and everybody else is going to be wearing the colors there. Brutal game, a lot of security, extra security like nobody's business. But, let's keep that down to a low roar. But let's just hope that we go out there, and I'd love to beat them in Santa Clara. Not San Francisco, bro. You know what I'm saying. And last but never least, my good brother from Dallas, Texas, Raider Jesse James. He's in the house. What do you got for us, brother?
You know what? What's up, Raider Nation? I'm just thinking out loud. This is Raider Jesse James out of Dallas. This is a no-point call. There's no point to my call. The whole point of it is the fact that I'm feeling good to be a Raider fan. I feel good to have been on this podcast since way back in the days, one of the originators. As a matter of fact, Randy, I might have a favor to ask you, brother. In 2011, November, that month or December, we did a podcast, and I called in, and I was telling my 13-year-old daughter now that I actually called the Radio Nation podcast back then when she was born, and you guys congratulated me on that.
Hey, Jesse, this is Randy. Hey, I checked the archives, and that was actually your third call to the Boneline on December 15th, 2012, show 363. You also called in show 353 in October of 2012, and your first call was show 342 in June of 2012. But let's take a listen to that call about your daughter.
And next, a very good brother of mine, Raider Jesse James. What is up, man?
What's up, Raider Greg? Hope you're doing good, man, on this holiday season. This is Raider Jesse James. I'm going to make it very short. I was watching the game against Denver, and the first time we went 3-and-out, Raider Nation spoke out and booed. And that tells you right there, I just kind of knew, I mean, we're fed up, we're done, we're better than this, and we're not achieving our goals, and we're not doing anything. I was reading that our fullback Marcel Reese is third as far as rushing, I want to say, in the NFL, which I think you commented not too long ago on a podcast. Why haven't we used him? I mean, duh. So it sucks, man. Raider Nation is in pain right now. I feel it, and it just sucks. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say. It's just wow. Then John Gruden was supposed to come back, and that was just a rumor. I was like, there's no way. I really don't think Dennis Allen is the person to blame here. I really don't think. If you want to make a change, if you want to set the mood right now for this off season or whatever the next season is, we need to get rid of our offensive coordinator, put all Sanders back, and then we should be good to go from there, built from there. But it sucks, man. We're in pain, and I can feel it all across the Raider Nation. We suck. We're a laughing stock. We suck. So on the brighter side, I just had my baby daughter on the 27th of November, so I'm excited about that. I look forward to that. I did get her a Raider onesie, but that's probably the only thing she's going to get because I'm not putting money into this team again. Anyways, y'all be safe out there, Raider Nation. There's nothing else we can do, right, but just sit there and watch. Happy holidays, and y'all be safe. I'm out.
First and foremost, congratulations, Papa. You know what? You're a dad, and it's a huge, huge, huge responsibility filled with great times and superior memories, man. Crazy. That's the most important thing now to the Raiders. Al Saunders might be our best option here. Bring back that Hugh Jackson offense and roll with it. Players play well with it. Forget this blocking scheme. Let's get some big hulks in there and push some bodies around because that's what it takes, brother. Thanks for the call. Happy holidays to you as well. Congratulations once again, Dad.
Raider Greg, thank you again. And it made my day. It made my month. It made my year. I was like, holy shit. He gave me a shout out like, hey, congratulations, father, and this and that. She was my first one. But anyways, back to the call. Man, it feels good to be repping silver and black. I love the nation. Love you guys. I'm just excited. Super stoked, man. Can't wait. Y'all stay safe out there. Raider Nation. This is Raider Jesse James out of Dallas. I'm out.
Oh, no, my brother, man. Anytime a child is born, father, there's a lot going on. Encouragement. All fathers should encourage other fathers, man. That's the way it is. Because got a lot on our shoulders, man. You know what I'm saying. But of course, man, and you're a great dad. You could just tell by who you are, man. And I'm telling you, you should be excited because the Raiders are going to do some business this season. Not next year. We'll do better next year, but we're going to surprise some folks. Faux show. It's going to be a for sure Raiders just freak out this year. You're going to see more of the silver and black this year and next year than you've seen in a long time. Like I said, man, the bandwagon is going to be full. Whatever. Come on. We all know who the OGs are. We know who's been around for a while, but that's okay, man, because the Silver and Black's going to come to life, and it's going to be beautiful, man. I totally feel you. Totally. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Raider Nation podcast. And I want to thank you all for tuning in and listening and calling in. It's community. It's been going on for a long time. Anyone is welcome to join. And that's what's best about the Raider Nation, man. If you've never been to the Coliseum like we used to go to, I mean, you got to look at some of those YouTube videos because you can see the nation, the vibe, the whole 9 yards. We have some great videos, by the way, back in the day. So much fun. And if you were there, you know exactly what I'm saying. We got a lot of good things coming up, folks. It's going to be a real exciting year. I can hardly wait. Oh, man, to be a Raider fan is going to be fantastic this season. I am Raider Greg, and I am out.
Yeah. Raiders are back and we bossing. Silver and black on the carpet. Greg in the booth since the 05. Real fans, we don't do the talking. Commercial free, keep it authentic. Oakland to Vegas, we winning. Worldwide nation, we global. New season energy, we different. Straight from the dirt to the penthouse suite. Used to be Oakland, now Vegas the heat. Baguettes in the shield, watch how it shine. Grinding since 05, we ahead of our time. Only the real ones allowed in the circle. Paranoid vibes keep the industry external. We don't need sponsors to tell you the story. Just loyalty, sweat, and the path to the glory. From the black hole to the desert sand. Held it down when they didn't understand. Now the Jets fueled up for the new campaign. Wash away the doubt, let it pour like rain. Raiders are back and we bossing. Silver and black on the carpet. Greg in the booth since the 05. Real fans, we don't do the talking. Commercial free, keep it authentic. Oakland to Vegas, we winning. Worldwide nation, we global. New season energy, we different. Podcast king, Grady hold a scepter. Longest run, nobody could check us. New chance to ball, new chance to flex. We don't want fame, we just want the respect. The autumn wind blowing, it's cold as the ice. Paid the toll, yeah, we sacrificed twice. No ads in your ear, we keeping it raw. Best in the world, what you actually saw. Raiders are back and we bossing. Silver and black on the carpet. Greg in the booth since the 05. Real fans, we don't do the talking. Commercial free, keep it authentic. Oakland to Vegas, we winning. Worldwide nation, we global. New season energy, we different. Raider Greg, nationwide, always free. Back, baby. Yeah. 05 till infinity.